That's how the property. How the property. How, hello. Why is it important to have a property, especially where our project is situated in a very developing area, no? Like in Bogo. So discussing that will be Sir Jeffrey, CEO of the PPI, and together with him are the staff and consultants na natin. So give us a big round of applause to them.
Sige, pag wala ano yung kayo, gawin. Pwede ka ito ibigyan na rin seats area ito bagan para dili kita taas.
Dali lang, sir, kaya mag-live ko face YouTube.
Ako man siguro, dili o? Dili? Here?
Dalang snack lang. Charot lang, sir. Hello, Doki. Maayong hapon.
Naman day ko kaila na rin German.
Hala, German. Oy.
So ako ni siya i-greet o good morning in German. Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. Wie geht es dir?
Di na ko kamaona.
How are you? How are you?
Anyway, how are you?
I'm good.
Naka-snacks na ba?
Oh, okay ra.
Naka-snacks na. Mura mo mabilit kung dito. Higilin kayo ang ikot. Ito ka pa'y nakabilin para kusog at tingog. Anyway, how are you?
We're good.
You're
I'm
good.
good.
You're good. So everyone is from Bugo. Can you raise hand or within the area?
Medellin.
Medellin, no, within the north area. San Remigio. Okay. Now, let me introduce myself again. No, I am Geoffrey Villasencio. Medyo taas-taas pa nga, no? But if you find it hard na litokon, you can call me by the name of Piolo. Okay na siya. Okay, sayo na siya litokon. No? So, anyway, sa gingon pa ni Franz ganina, we'll be talking about how to start your rental business through AirBNB. Anybody heard about AirBNB? Di na lang tingay ko mag-microphone, no? My voice is loud enough? Sige.
Yes, Doc.
You've heard about AirBNB?
Yes.
Ma'am, I've heard about it. I'm sure you've heard it, no? Now, AirBNB is a global brand. In fact, right now, if you are traveling either local or international, most of us actually right now are going to AirBNB bookings already. Relatively because aside from the price of the accommodation, it's because you have a homey atmosphere when you go to Airbnb. No? Right now, Airbnb is competing directly to Agoda, Traveloka, and in fact, right now, it had gained a much greater ground. I can only speak of Cebu because right now in Cebu, if makaadto mo sa city, condominiums are really sprouting left and right, no? And in fact, praise the Lord, no na ang hinungdan ganung traffic kayo, no? Really, no, it's really that's part of the price of industrialization. But anyway, we'll be talking about Bugo. No? Why of all places, everyone will gonna be thinking of going into rental business in Bugo. Now, if you are here, one thing sure ko na kamo mismo have observed that there are already a lot of people living in Bugo that are not from Bugo. No? In fact, at one time, dito dapit sa may kining terminal, na ako'y madunggan na magtinagalog. No? So, basically, siguro because na may gikan sa Masbate, no? And it's Bugo or the northern part is our gateway to the Luzon area. So basically, that explains na anong mga Tagalog speaking in the area. Aside from that, kung imo siyang tanawon from Cebu all the way to the north, extreme north or the end part of the end north, this is the only city in the northernmost part. Wala lain actually.
Wala.
Now, if imo siyang tanawon, nagstorya man ni Ma'am ganina sa likod kanang familiar ba ko sa Bugo? Familiar pa ning Bugo because kaniadto akong amahan ari man magumpra og kanang asukar. Okay? That's what Bugo is known for. Bumidko, no? Mao man na ang known ang Bugo. Yeah, during that time po, if I don't know no sila si Ma'am siguro maka-remember sa Bagyong Nitan, no? Pag Bagyong Nitan, kining area din hinapita all the way hangtod dito sa Toledo City. This is one of the na-hit yun sa typhoon Nitan during the time niya. At mga panahon na dili pa man uso ang seal, nipa pa man. Yan din hinapita sa northern part, ikan dito sa kanang Taboylan, o na daghang tigdipa. So ang taga dito napita sa West Cebu, mga rin na napita mamalit o nipa. Kidaghan na ang nipa dali. So apil pa na biyahe, palit og nipa, and that's what Bugo before. No? Today, just in case you don't know, Bugo is applying to become the smart city. That's why earlier, right after the pandemic, itong pag-apply na to, they're starting to enhance their telecommunication. Ano itong kabantay mo, the grabe yung kinalutay sa PLDT, nahapit na lang doon ay mga tagat. No? Because Bugo is vying to become the next smart city. So what will be the impact when it becomes a smart city? It will be the base of the next generation call centers. Mo na ang i-build na position ni Bugo. Today, it's just a talk. But one day, it will. Just like IT Park before, it was a talk, then eventually it came to be. Maupod ang Mactan New Town in Lapu-Lapu. It was a talk, then eventually it became a call center hub. Now, it will not be far from realization na mahitabo na siya because kung imo siyang tanawon, Bugo is one of the place here in the north na naidaghang mga universities. So meaning, daghan ta o graduates capable for call center industry, kini magong Pinoy, bisang pag high school graduate na, may nakay na mo in English. No? So we have that edge. When that time comes, believe me, there will be influx of people coming from the neighboring municipalities, from West Cebu, padung din and probably gikan siguro as far as Sugod to here. Wala may laing reasonable na pwedeng paano nila for employment. Not to mention our access towards Luzon and towards Western Visayas, no? Via Taboylan. So right now, if you're going to take a look at on the other side of the fence, grabe ang development ron sa Negros Occidental itself. One subdivision condominium is rising right after the other. If you notice, before there was only just one or two trips of series going to Bacolod to Cebu before. Today, it's round the clock already, crossing Western Visayas to Central Visayas. Imagine how many guests traversing to Bugo every day. Katinagana, no? Pwede na ito pangutanon si Judy kay Dugan siya trabaho sa series. So kay Bao dyan siya pila kabuk biyahe mo na ni lugar na dyan. Takang kayo. Oh, see? 300 plus. Di mo aware no? Na 300 plus series bus. Pero mauna ang ginaghanon, nag-traverse every day from northern part of Cebu to Cebu and to Western Visayas. So, yung anak kadaghan. So, nganong importante man siya? Why are we talking about it? Nganong importante man siya? Any city na transit point, meaning baagian, always grow. Basta transit point siya. Always grew. Cebu grew because it's a transit point. Muagi yung ba? When you cross between Mindanao to Luzon, you pass by Cebu. Mauna siya ng senaryo ang ma-happen sa Bugo. After a while, nag-pandemic ta, dugay-dugay na nawala, yung mo siyang na-notice, after the pandemic, Governor Gwen brings back, ang sige balik ni Gwen? Soroy-soroy sa Sugbo. Okay. Now, I'm not in the position to talk about politics, no? But Gwen loves North very much. I don't know for whatever reason. Basig si Duke ang mahimong gobernador. Bro, sa Coquebao. I'm just throwing some thing in my mind. But she loves the North. She has more visit to the North. She has more project in the North. The airport in Medellin is something to be of minong catalyst for the next development. Kung uban, when I ask them, are you happy that there is an airport in Medellin? Ang ilang comment, mingon sila na, nindot kita tog sa Bugo. Pero ako silang lingnan na, it's nice in Medellin. Because if the airport is in Bugo, there will never be high-rise building in Bugo. And that's exactly what is happening in Lapu-Lapu. There are buildings, but not high-rise building, because there's an airport. Kinahanglan magka-aviation clearance.
Correct.
And you're not gonna be able to do that. It's nice in Medellin so that there will be no traffic in Bugo. The congestion will be in
Medellin.
Medellin. Glorious Medellin. No? But don't worry, they have vast area of land, man. Okay? So, here, hindi mo siya makita. I'll give you one scenario. Have you gone to Bohol? Wala. For those people who have gone to Bohol, when you go to Panglao and you stay an accommodation in Panglao, it's skyrocket price in Panglao. Skyrocket, meaning very expensive. Today, tourists in Panglao opted to stay outside of Panglao. They have lower price accommodation. And you know what? What the tourists is doing right now? Mag-rent na lang na sila og motorcycle padong dito sa Panglao. Kuntay ka? Mag-motor-motor na lang sila dito. Why? Because the price is relatively low in accommodation. Onya, ang distance to travel is doon. Food in Panglao, my goodness. Mura kang dikaon sa Germany. It's really expensive. So, if you're going to ask me, if I am a tourist and I want to go and swim somewhere in Sandrem, it's okay for me to stay in Bugo. You have the place of a city and you have the countryside to explore, which is Medellin, Dantaya, and Sandrem. It will have a touch of human nature. Ya ganahan ang tourist ang magmotor-motor pa doon dito. No? We just have to sell and possession Bugo the way it should be sold and possession. And how na nato? Today, we're gonna be talking about this one because a lot of people is really nag-pose a question sila mind ba? If ever I wanna go into rental business, doon na ba kahay mo stay? Kining lugar, taon naman no? Kining nga prince. Okay. Kailan na nikatuig ka? 10 years? Wala ka pa. Ha? Kailan? Oh, ang hotel, 1 year. Ang place? Dugay na ni. Pero ang hotel, 1 year. Tanaw ha? Think about it. Sa kadugay-dugay na 20 years na nag-business ang prince din how come all of a sudden they think of putting up a hotel?
Yeah.
Di sa siguro na sila buko, naman sila mag-studio No? I mean, it's not about they have the millions. It's not about that they have the money. But it's always about that there is a market. Ano naman maghimo kayo na that will cost millions niya walay mo stay? No? Himo na lang ako ng grocery, napay mag-grocery.
Correct.
On the business side of it. So there must be a reason. And if it's 1 year, ako for sure, si Mr. Go, sure jud ko, wala pa po siya kabawi. Pero iyan na siyang i-sustain. Nga naman. Because he's looking not today, but he's looking for the inflow of guests in the future. When the guests will arrive, he is already here. Nana siya ba? Ganina nangutana ko, how much is this place? Because every time I conduct a seminar in Bugo, maglisod ko pangita og function room. Is it true? Maglisod ka pangita og function room sa Bugo for a simple birthday, seminars, or whatever na gathering. And all of a sudden, you have a place like this. Nga pag maghimo man si Prince o ingon ani, if there's no business at all, na siguro, kinhimo man siya. So, meaning, when there are influx of people, either old or new, ang pinaka-directly affected na business is rental business. Kay kanang mga tawhana are transient people. Ang niagi diha are transient and they will always find a place to stay. Okay. Now, how to start a rental business through AirBNB? Now, AirBNB is just a website where people can list their properties. At the same time, it is where people can rent the property or are looking for accommodation in a specific place. Before, there was a problem para mupara ka og taxi. Dugi ka kakapara, o yung para pag yun, muingon pa na pakyaw lang, maglagot ka, until nakikita o problema ang Uber o ang Grab, ningon siya na maghimo ko og app, Uber and Grab. It's just the facilities. Then, niabot na natong problema, dugay naman yung food panda, no? Pero pag abot sa pandemic, ni-capitalize na siya ng problema. People are quite strange sa pag-order ng food panda. But eventually, may na kayo mapislit ng food panda. No? Gani ang ato mga cellphone na tayo, mga food panda. Today, before when you search for hotel accommodation, manawag pa ka. I-remember ko na at one time, we had, I went to Midilian and I'm looking for a place to stay in Midilian. Nagpilti na kong panawag ni Marjon, pinangita, asa kong stay. Oh. Tawag. May gani, nanay cellphone, di ko nakita mo pag ito pag telegrama, pero siguro masula, no? But today, things are changing. Okay? Next slide. AirBNB offers a variety of accommodation for travelers on vacation or work-related trips in either for daily, weekly, or even monthly rate. AirBNB, what it offers is the flexibility. There are guests who wants to stay for quite a longer period. Kung gusto siya of monthly rate, you cannot do that in a hotel. Nikabot mo dito, hotel ka na dugay kung stay, monthly akong gusto bayaran. Dili ko, kwintahon yun na sa hotel o per day. No? I mean, that's their business. But AirBNB offers the flexibility of that. Oy, pila na ko ka days. Oy, sa kasimana na ko. So guests wanted to have an opportunity like that, na flexible. Before, it used to be just travelers. Katong mga bakasyonista, pamilya na mo book of AirBNB. But today, even business people are shifting. Yan naman. Because katong na transaction na usa ka semana, duha ka semana, usahay dugay-dugay, mo-off man to og weekly or even monthly. So the flexibility which is naa ni AirBNB and cannot be supported with a local hotel, mao ang edge factor sa usa ka tourist or for business person na magbiyahe. Dunay changes sa atoang gitawag na to og travelers. Nya, na ba? Today, ang ato ang mga tourists, they travel by batches. Meaning, kulit na lang kita o traveler na siya usa. Daghan na sila. Sumaka mo, manuroy mo. Matila ay sa siguro kailan mo. Bakasyon ka na. Ikaw ra usa eh. No? Pero alam mo ganina on our way here, nag-isgot me yung Bantayan Island. Kuan to na lang das Bantayan Island ini. Kuan. Nang Holy Week ay pista dito. Oh. So naghagad sa ko nila daghan kailangan sa ako lang usa dito kang kaog litson. Oh. Di ba? Meaning today, whether you are a foreigner or a local, travelers right now are in batches. Groups na dyan siya. In fact, today, families travel already. No? Ikan sa ginikanan, hantos anak, usay kuyog pamangani ang mga apuhan. No? Pero mauna na ang ato ang way of travel karon. No, mauna na ang way of travel. So, because of the flexibility of the rate. Next, sir. Yeah. The ultimate goal of an AirBNB unit owner is to be classified as a super host. What a job. One plus factor with an AirBNB na dili jud nimo siya kaya ihatag sa hotel service is ang mahimong usa ka super host. Kining AirBNB host, personalize ang pag-abi-abi. You own a house and you want to convert that into an Airbnb. Pagsugat ka sa guest, personalize biya. Everything na imo buhaton sa guest, personalize. Pag-istorya, personalize. In fact, kung doon na sa istorya, personalize ka mo guide. In fact, ganahan ang mga turista ana kay maalikayan Manila na mailan sila. Nga naman, because the host right now will play at the same time as a tour guide, as a tourist guide. Tourist like that. No? Before, when I travel abroad, I used to book a hotel. But since the time na naabot na ni Airbnb, I prefer Airbnb because abot mo sa kalugar, ang unit owner, mo guide mo, sir, ari ka sakay din mo ni sakyan, mo ni amplity. So if you are new to the place, aware ka, di na ka mabasta-basta mailat. And in fact, outside the country, mga foreigners, dali ka na visit to Airbnb. It's a tip of the finger na nasa apps. So maunay naa sa Airbnb na dili makaya ang serbisyo sa hotel. I'm not saying that they don't serve well, they don't abi-abi well, pero takhan pa man na sila buhatonon. Alangan na makigabi-abi pa na sa diha. Iyang importante, check in diha, magpasud sa room, human pahala na ka diha. No? But with Airbnb, no. There will always be a personal touch. Next step. The superhost is the one that has a higher review score and higher occupancy rate every month. Na naman, because your score is directly proportional sa imuhang sa ka-host na makakuha og nindot nga review. Oh, kay kung dili ka maayo nga host, iibot dito nga review na wala batasan tong host. Oh, wala batasan. Oh, wala ilising bid shit. Wala review ang CR. Things like that. And it will affect your rating. It will affect your bookings. Mapabitaw lang sa food panda na magpaspas kita sila as much as possible ma-deliver because of the reviews. Business is all about reviews. No? One single bad review it means bad publicity. Pildi na ka. No? As much as paspas ang positive, paspas po ng negative. Mabitaw lang ka ng mga maritison, paspas po na sila. Liso na sila doon. Because of the review and because of bookings, no? Para taas atong rate. Now, thus, the focus of Airbnb unit owner is the comfort o muna ilahang ihatag. Comfort and the cleanliness of his unit plus the superb customer service that he rendered to the guest. Tanan naman siguro yung guest, no? Ganun na siya na nag-abot niya sa sulod niya sa iyang room, limpyo. No? And of course, it's a magaganahan mo space sa kalugar, limpyo. Kabalo ka nga nung makaingong ko na mas maatiman yun sa usa ka AirBNB operator ang yang union compared to a hotel filled with many rooms. Nga naman, alam man iyang gitutukan. Katong kining nagtrabaho sa hotel, kating na naghana nga rooms. So, as much as possible, basta nabutang na lang na dahil bedsheet, nabutang ang lang, okay na na. Oh. But dinhi, wala. Butang-butangan pa na mo buhat ang lamisa. And there are even guests, no? Na sa Singapore check-in ko, pag-abot ako dito, sa kabasket ng fruits. Na mga guests, na mga host ng nana. There was a time ko dito sa Vietnam, na somewhere in a dalat na tamong giadto ni Rowie. And then pag-abot na mo dito, okay, we took it by air. Pag-abot na mo dito, part sa service na gihatag sa host, kaya doon na siya airport pick-up. Pag-abot na mo sa airport, pick-up me atong sa iyahang accommodation. Dili nga na mahimo sa local hotels. Pero mahimo na siya sa Airbnb host. Everything is personalized. So ikaw na makapa-buwak-buwak sa imong serbisyo. Yeah. Kini biyang bago ka sa lugar niya, guest ka and na-attender ka, ang imo biyang recollection na it's not just about sa person na giatiman ka, but ang imo biyang experience the whole stay there. Now, when I was in Bugo, mag-generalize din na dayon sa guest na, when I was in Bugo, nindog yung taga Bugo, mas maayon din sila mabiyabihon. Pero sa katulog siya, ang mabiyabihon, ito ko ba, may bisan? No? Pero it's the experience, it's the total experience. Mo man iya, no? So which is ang goal, komportable, limpyo. Yeah, excellent customer service. Okay? Next, sir. So AirBNB is a sought-after accommodation by any guest, both for business and leisure. Nga naman, because of its valued price compared to the hotel accommodation. Mas barato siya kaysa hotel accommodation. Compared sa hotel accommodation. So, natural, walay gisulduan. Ang gisulduhan sa hotel, katigdaghan na. Ang kanadang reception na iksodi mo, yaman ang gisulduhan. Gisulduhan na siya para lang pag-reserve. Oh, kanang nialsa si mong bag pa doon sa room. Gisulduhan sa na siya. Tiglimpyo, daghan gisulduhan ang hotel. So di gina siya magkapabarato siyang presyo. Kaya nag-compute part man sa operation. Pero in an AirBNB setup, everything is personalized pa. So makabarato siya siyang presyo. Nga naman, because katong iyang service, kato iyang label, done out of love lang po. Para na nakay-bisita, limpyo mo yung kapag-ayo, ilis ka ba kung bitchin, but upunda, di ba ka magkwinta? Nag-abot ito si mong bisita. Sir, bagor ba niya di palawag rin akong kuwan dyan, bitchin, anong upunda, sir? Oo. Alam mo yung may charge sila, 300. O di ay mong yung kaming no, because why? Because you're doing it out of love. You wanted to put all the impression na naa sa imuhang guest sa imuhang panimalay. Remember ha, the guest, you are inviting the guest to get inside your house. Bisan pag wala ka magpuyo diha, but that house is still yours. So, personalized ba? Okay? Next, sir. So there are 3 steps to becoming an AirBNB host. 3 steps na sayo na kayo na mahimot ang AirBNB host. Number 1, sign up either through the website or download the application. Okay, pwede ninyo picturean. You go to www.airbnb.com or mag-download mo ang application, AirBNB, ang application. Put that in your phone. Sige, picture sa ako. Pwede dito sa inyo ang... Okay. So, i-download na siya. Magana na sa imong phone. Step 2. Sa'yo kayo step 2. Once you have an account, you can list your property there. Just make sure na doon na kayo mga hindot na mga photos. Siyempre, what ang naka-add to si guest? Depende rin yun siya sa picture na imong gibutang diha siya. Reviewhe, i-arrange, tag-hindot na kortina, usap picturean. I-post mo diha. Don't worry once you have the apps, naray guide dito kung asa nimo i-post. No? But don't you worry. Matuluan naman ni eventually naman tayo mga agent sa likod na that will help you set up your AirBNB business. Okay? So, take the good photos. Nya, kana sa clear, ha? Di itong blurred. Clear. Nya, ang photo, dili kay inside lang. Pati outside para makita po niya. Unsay hitsura sa gawas. No? So, lipihoy. Naspana tong tayo zero. No? Para malimpyo sa siya. Nalita po siya tanaw, no? Okay? Number 3, ready your AirBNB unit. It has to be clean, with fresh linens, beddings, plus other amenities upon check-in. In short, ingon ana ra jud siya ka simple. Maghimo ra jud kag account. Once maghimo kag account, wala ani ra na AirBNB. Application. Wala na dyan yung himo kag-account name, mga sa usual, email number. Hindi naman din mga verification na mga kanang send of OTP sa email. So, yung mga info po nila. No? Once itong instruction, that's how simple it is. Then that is operational already. Now, the application, both can be used by the katong mubok, na naapoy application na mo nara may button dire kung ikaw host or guest. So imo tuplokon host ko, click. So mo na mabutang kasi mo ang property. Kung ikaw po yung ato kay lugar niya guest ka, apil mo kung doon, yes ko. So pakitaon sa ganito mga available unit for check-in mo. Kay guest man ka. Okay? So yung ana na, very very simple. The best way to know that is download it, create an account, then explore. Pislitan. Ayaw kahadlok o tuplok, kay walay bayad. Ala tuplok ka. Kay tuplok nimo dito na ka magkaibalo na mao dai ni dihay. No? So, easy ra. Okay? Next sir. So, how big is the AirBNB business? Kung sa man gyud kadako ang AirBNB business. Next slide, sir. As of 2023, this is last year, it is 73.34 billion business worldwide. Billion na? 73.34 billion. Yung anak kadako ang negosyo sa AirBNB. With over 5 to 6 million active hosts worldwide. So yung anak kadaghan ang nag-host of property. 7.7 million listing of various categories, operating in 100 cities globally, currently has 177 million users. Meaning, dunay 177 million katao sa tibok kalibutan na nag-download o AirBNB application. This is as of 2023. Kini siya nga data, this is 18% increase compared to year 2022, na right after the pandemic. So pag-lift, pag-pandemic, isugod na, but the experience nagdako na increase at 18% by year